I see a lot of people asking about the Furminator, how to get out all the undercoat, and basically how to manage all the shedding that this breed does, usually twice a year for most dogs. And Chase has actually pretty much lost a lot of coat, but she still has some undercoat I need to get out. She had a bath last week, I think, but she's still, I mean, I'm still pulling lots of hair out of her, and I don't want that hair in my house. So I'd like to take it outside, let the birds have it to make nests, whatever. So I'm going to show you the tools I use after I've given her a bath. I've blown her dry, which she did last week, so I haven't given her a bath today, but that would be my first thing. Is when my dog is blowing coat, I'm always washing it like weekly, every 2 weeks if you can, with a forced air dryer, made for dogs, not a hair dryer, but an actual big hair dryer, forced dryer, to get that dead coat out. And especially in the warmer weather of the summer, that helps the dog keep healthy and can get the air to circulate through the coat so it stays cooler. So the coat is meant to actually help keep the dog cool. The outer coat, the thicker, coarser hair is the outer coat that protects the dog's undercoat that they're losing when they're actually shedding. So I've got you a little bit more focused up on her. The first utensil I use is a grooming rake. So I like the ones where I pull down because it doesn't hurt my wrist. This is a wood handle, metal comb, but it's awesome because it has two levels of tiers that it gets into the coat with. You don't want to hurt them with it. You don't want to rake too hard, but you get out the undercoat and it just pulls it nicely out. See, I just pulling it down and it pulls out the undercoat. I mean, you can just see the fur flying, and this, so it doesn't go in my house. So the Furminator, the problem with the Furminator is it actually cuts the coat, and then you're dealing with the same effect that essentially as if you would shave your dog, and the outer coat can't protect the dog's skin anymore because you're cutting it with a blade. The Furminator has a blade in it. It's not just a de-shedding tool as it's marketed. It's actually cutting the coat off. So you don't want to do that. You want to just rake it out. Stay. Rake it out from the dog as it is. So I just kind of go through. See, she's lost all her hair a lot right there. I don't get too much out, so I'm really doing it quite nicely. I'm not hurting her. It's not going deep in. Now I've got more coat here on the rear because her pants are thicker, so I'm pulling out more coat. I'm not making this very easy. I like to sit. So I come up here, you get lots in the white. The white always seems to have lots of hair to let go of. So, I mean, this is just, all this hair would be in my house if I didn't rake it. The other tool I use is a comb, and I'd use that for line brushing. So I pull up hair so I can see the skin, and I use the comb to line brush each part of the skin that I can see, and I get out even more dead coat. But right now with the dog who's shedding, I'm just pulling out all the big clumps of hair. Go down the tail. I'm very gentle about the tail. Dogs don't like their tails brushed. And you just get out so much more dead coat, and and then that way she has her summer coat and is a little bit less thicker of an undercoat. And she'll probably likely come in season soon as she is intact. And so when a bitch usually loses their coat, that means that they're going to come in soon, or maybe they are in season. So that's a grooming rake for you and how easy they are to use. I'm going to stay up here. Stay. Chase, come here. And so I like to use them when my dogs are shedding, or I get a dog in that's losing all of its undercoat, to be able to get out this hair pretty quickly and thoroughly without a lot of work for me. And it doesn't hurt my wrist because I can go down with the dog. Chase likes to move around on the grooming table. She's always turning circles. But this way I can groom my dog, keep them clean after their bath, and get the extra dead hair out without having to ever shave my dog. And see, right now she actually just has her outer coat. She has no undercoat up here, and that will soon make its way throughout her entire body as I'm pulling out the undercoat. All this soft downy hair that you pull out, that's called the undercoat. and that's what keeps the dog warm. But if you also are keeping it clean, it can circulate the dog pretty well. So, happy grooming. I hope this explains a little bit about how to take out the undercoat. Yes, Bernese Mountain Dogs shed. They shed quite a bit, and like most all dogs do. And you just want to make sure you keep them clean and groomed, and so that dead coat isn't staying in there, because then the air can't circulate in the coat, keeping them cool, especially in the summer. So you want to get that dead coat out. Happy grooming. I hope this helps, and enjoy.